Aisha was just 12 years old. No shoes, no father, no comfort. Yet every day she smiled, because while the world gave her little, her heart gave everything. This is the story of how one small act of kindness brought a miracle no one expected. Aisha lived in the poorest part of town, in a small shack made of rusted tin and worn-out wood. Inside, her mother lay weak and sick, coughing more with each passing day. There was no electricity, no running water, just the sound of wind blowing through holes in their roof. Their father had died years ago in an accident, and since then, every day had been a struggle just to survive. Aisha didn't complain. She was used to hunger, used to patching her torn dress with needle and thread, used to walking barefoot across gravel roads to reach her school. What she wasn't used to was giving up. Every day after school, Aisha returned home to help her mother, fetching water, cooking what little they had, and holding her hand during painful nights. Most days, they shared a single bowl of thin rice porridge. On some nights, even that was too much to hope for. Her stomach often ached with emptiness, but Aisha still smiled, because she knew her mother needed her hope more than food. One day at school, her teacher noticed her sitting quietly, trying to hide the rumble in her belly. The teacher reached into her bag and handed Aisha a small packet of biscuits. Aisha's eyes widened. To most, it was a tiny snack. To her, it was everything. She whispered, "Thank you," and tucked the biscuits gently into her worn school bag, saving them for the walk home. She planned to split them with her mother, a rare little feast. As Aisha walked home under the setting sun, she passed a corner near the park and saw an old man sitting by the roadside. His clothes were ragged, his hands trembled, his eyes hollow. He looked up and said softly, "Please, do you have anything to eat?" Aisha paused. Her hand touched the biscuit packet inside her bag. It was her only food that day. She looked at the man, then back at the road home. But something in her chest whispered, "He needs it more." She knelt beside him, opened the packet, and placed the biscuits gently in his hands. She didn't say a word. But the old man looked into her eyes with tears. "You've done more than you know," he whispered. Then she walked away, barefoot and hungry, but strangely, feeling full. The next morning, Aisha heard the sound of a car, a strange sound for their neighborhood. She stepped outside, and there, in front of her house, was a black luxury car, polished, powerful, out of place. From it stepped a man in a crisp suit, clean, confident, familiar. It was the old man. Only now, he looked completely different. Aisha froze. He smiled and walked toward her. "You gave me all you had, when you had nothing," he said. He explained that he was a wealthy businessman who had been battling illness, and had gone into the streets in disguise to test the hearts of people. No one had helped him. Until her. That very week he paid for her mother's hospital treatment. He enrolled Aisha in a private school, the kind with real books, shoes, and hot meals, and he built them a new home, with a roof that didn't leak, a soft bed, and a fridge full of food. Aisha's life changed forever, because she gave when she had nothing. Kindness is not measured by how much you give, but by what you give when it's all you have. And sometimes, the smallest act of compassion opens the door to miracles.